Hi everyone, Rory from Data Spinners and those Dynamics guys. I've got a kind of little fun one today. It is quite cool actually. I just had this idea that in Harry Potter where they have the competition and when they win the competition, all the colours change. I think it'd be a lot of fun to have your apps so that if a certain criteria is true, the colours can change and the business side of this is I guess that you could have a way of branding your apps and then you could just flick them in and out, but it would actually affect all your apps. So I am gonna dive straight in at this point. So here I am, I'm on SharePoint, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create myself a document library. Now you might be tempted to create an image library, but that is not the best way of going about this. So let's just go with this. So I'm going to call it my branding, because I might use it for other bits and pieces. So I am just going to go create on that. So I've got a document library called my branding. Then what we're going to do is we are going to go and get some files and chuck them in there. So we are just going to, I'm going to upload some files in, and we're going to open those. In fact, they don't even have, do they have good names? Yeah, I think they do actually. Yep, they do. Brilliant. And I think that's happened to me once before. That is just bizarre. And I think actually what happens is they end up disappearing. So I'm just going to hit the refresh on this, see what happens. Good. And it did disappear. And then what we're going to do is we are going to do add column, and we're going to do a number. And this is going to be points. And we're going to put something like, I'll put company in here. I can put entity. No, I'll put company. And so what we're going to do is, so we've got the images and we've got some points and so on, and I put the company, and I will do quick edit on that, so you can just edit a bit like a spreadsheet really. And so we'll say that we'll just do one, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the company is Hogwarts. And I think just for the purposes of sort of demonstrating, I'm pretending it's Excel. Just for the purposes of demonstrating, I'm just going to exit quick edit. I'm going to put some random picture in. So upload files, and I'm just going to go down a level, and I'll put some other random picture in. So or whatever this is, snowflakes it says. I'll go with that, just a random picture. Good, that'll get there in a sec, and it is indeed there. And we are going to go quick edit, and we're going to go quick edit. Good, and let's just say for the laugh we had 100 points on that or something like that. Because we actually, this will be used when we're doing filtering and so on. So this, we're going to call this Darwin. In fact, I don't even know if this would work. It's an SVG, so exit quick edit. Be kind of mildly interesting to see if it actually works. Actually, it says that it's actually it's a PNG, so that would work theoretically. So the idea is now that we're going to jump over to PowerApps land, and there's an app here that I've just got no data whatsoever in. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to view data sources, add a data source. We're going to share a point, and we're going to SharePoint there, connect to site. Actually, it has found the site, which is good. Then choose a list. Now, here's the tricky bit. Well, it's not that tricky. When you have document libraries, they won't appear at all. So you have to do my branding down at the bottom. My branding. Oh, and I better press the tick on that, and I'm going to connect to it, and it's connected to it. And then what you'll be able to see is that if we whacked in a gallery, insert gallery, and then we connect to this data source by clicking down here and then go to my branding. Then you can see that this is, you get link to item is an option, and you get all your things there. Now, the other thing that I'm going to do is I need a hex color. So what I'm going to do is say single line of text. That will do. Yep. I'm going to put hex color. I even do the American spelling just to keep you all happy. And so go hex color. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump back onto the presentation bit, and I'm going to do, actually this won't work, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump over to hex color from image, that'll do, and I think on one of these, I've been there before, we should be able to get the colors out. Yeah, I've used this one before. This one's pretty good actually. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go and find an image. So hold on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload my image, go choose a file, and then I am going to find the image I need, which is just down here. There's Hogwarts, jump it in there, and then send image. So what we've got is a file with lots of different colours. Oh, that's the wrong one. Nasty. Okay, so I found my image, need to find it again. I need to go up to here, and I need to grab this, I need to open it, and I need to send the image up. So what this does is it means that we can go and grab the colours by literally clicking here, and then you can see that we've got this CD28 CD whatever the number is anyway. So what we're going to do on that is we're going to go over to the my branding thing, and we're going to go quick edit, and we are going to do hex color, and we're going to pop that one in for Gryffindor, and then I'm just going to literally bang through the rest of them now, but I won't do the voiceover for this. Good, so we are now back in, and what I'm going to do is now that I've done that, so I'm going to exit quick edit on there. I can see all my colours have gone in. Then I'm going to jump back to PowerApps, and the first thing I'm going to go to is View, Data Sources, jump over here, and then hit the refresh, because otherwise that new field won't go in. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to go and I'm just going to shove a little label in there just to verify that this thing is actually going to work. So insert text label. Okay, and it should be actually I'm not really bothered about what it says. I'm actually bothered about the fill property. Fill equals I'm just going to see if this works. It's going to be entertaining. Hex. So you can see that putting in a straight hex color doesn't actually work at all. But if you actually wrap it with a color value, and then put the hex color inside that, then what we'll find is we get our hex colors. Okay, that's great. And so what we now want to do is we just basically want to make the background. And actually, what I want to do is I want to create some, put the images in, but it's going to be based on how whether or not they're leading the competition or not. So what I'm going to do is insert. I'm going to do 4 images. Insert media image. This is going to be really cool actually. So insert media image, and we are going to do. We're going to do first. Oops. First filter, and we're going to take the my branding. Now this is going to be tricky. We'll just do first filter my brand. In fact, we don't need to filter it. So first my branding dot it's not company anyway. That's for link to item. So it's just going to bring back one of them. Okay, that's great. But that's not good enough for me, because what we actually need is we need to sort it by the points. So we need to. So I think rather than going crazy over sort of working out how to get the points in order and all that sort of stuff, I'm just going to do a straight filter, and I'm going to just do first filter my branding where company equals Hogwarts. That means that company equals Hogwarts, and we are going to do points. I think it's points that I did. Points equals, because I'm going to use the points as like first place, all that sort of thing. So so points equals 1, and that should bring back me one item. I think I don't have enough brackets on this. Okay, let me see. Yeah, I do have that. Good. And then what I'm going to do is do the same thing, but do points 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. So copy, paste. Yep, there it is. And copy, paste. So I'm just gonna fill these in quickly. So I've done that. Now what I'm going to do is going to give this a bit of love, and I'm going to give it a border radius so that we've got a nice circle. So I think if I just do a huge number, it'll just turn into a circle. Good. That's nice. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the background of the whole thing the color of the one in first place. So I'm going to do background fill. Actually, it's just a straight fill. So fill equals, and I'm just going to cheat this. So I am going to do, yeah, it's going to be. Hold on. It's going to be first. In fact, it's just going to be this here. I'm going to grab that, copy that, and there, go on to there. It's not going to quite be this, and then we're going to do dot, it was hex, wasn't it? Hex color, and then we're going to do wrap it with color value. Come on. Color value, and then pop that around there, and we should. Oh, that is good, isn't it? Okay, cool. So, in fact, what I'm going to do is going to grab these. I'm going to put a some kind of border around it. I think that would make it a lot nicer. Let's do a border of like 5 or something like that and make it white. Okay, good. And then this bad boy gets to be a bit bigger. Good. That's nice looking now, although the radius has gone a bit weird. Okay, so good. Let's test this out. Come on. So what we're going to do is that's okay now, and what I'm going to do is jump back onto here, and now I'm going to change the points, and then we'll see what happens. So the points didn't really work. I'm sure I could work it out in the fullness of time. So these are just rankings. So I'm going to go quick edit, and let's put Slytherin at the top because everyone hates Slytherin. And so I'm going to put them. So Slytherin are going to go first. Let's just reorder it completely. 1, 2, 3, and we'll go 4. So the theory goes that when I press the refresh on this, then the colours will all change, and so this is the idea. This is definitely going to work, by the way. So go back onto this, and if I hit refresh, what we're expecting is the order is going to completely change. Slytherin's going to be at the top, and the background is going to go green. So here we go. View data. So this effect is obviously I can go into play mode and all that stuff, but if you open the app, this is what the effect would be. So you go to here and you go refresh, and then we just watch the fireworks start. How cool is that? That is really, really neat. So yeah, really chuffed with that actually. So clearly you could use it in schools and things like that. It'd be so much fun to have their to have their house at the top, and you can have all their apps and all that sort of thing. If they were best in one competition, you could. It's a ridiculously simple structure that's been created here. So I'm really pleased with that. So thank you for watching if you've managed to get all the way to the end, and I will see you some other time. Cheers, guys.